Did you know 35% of dog owners lose sleep because their pups are barking at 3 a.m.? If you're nodding along while your dog performs their latest symphony, this video is for you. We've all been there. Your dog thinks the mailman is a ninja, the doorbell is an emergency, and that squirrel outside? Clearly a spy. Meanwhile, your neighbors probably think you run a canine opera house. Why do dogs bark so much, especially at night? It's in their DNA, passed down from wolves. Whether they're warning you about danger or just reacting to a leaf, they're communicating. Think of them as your personal notification system, keeping you updated on everything. Ready for some peace and quiet without using shock collars? Hit that like button and subscribe. Let's dive into real tips to turn your noisy pup into a calm companion. Let's get started. Let's break down why your dog barks. It's not just a random annoyance. There's a deep reason behind it. Barking is hardwired into a dog's DNA, a trait passed down from their wolf ancestors. They use barking to communicate with their pack, whether it was to warn of danger or signal a change in the environment. So when your dog barks at 3 a.m., it's a throwback to those survival instincts, alerting you about something they think is important. Barking isn't malicious. It's simply their way of communicating. They're trying to alert you to something they perceive as important, whether it's a threat, excitement, or even something as small as a leaf moving. In their world, every sound, movement, or shift matters, and they're just doing their job to keep their pack, that's you, informed. Think of your dog as a relentless notification system. Just like your phone constantly sends updates, your dog barks every time something catches their attention. The difference is your dog's notifications come at full volume, often at the most inconvenient times. While it might drive you nuts, remember, they're just trying to keep you in the loop. Now, let's get something out of the way right off the bat: shock collars. I get it. You've probably heard they're a quick fix for a barking dog. But let me be clear, shock collars are not the solution. Sure, they might make your dog stop barking in the short term, but at what cost? These collars don't address the root cause of the barking. Instead, they create fear, anxiety, and confusion. Imagine if someone shocked you every time you tried to speak. Wouldn't exactly make you more peaceful, would it? For long-term change, fear-based methods simply don't work. We need solutions that build trust, not break it down. And then there's the classic advice that's often thrown around: just tell them to be quiet. If only it were that easy, right? In reality, simply saying quiet when your dog barks is rarely effective. Dogs don't understand that simple command on their own, especially when they're in the middle of a barking frenzy. You can say it 100 times, but until your dog understands what quiet actually means, it's like speaking to them in another language. Without consistent training and reinforcement, telling them to be quiet won't get you anywhere. So, let's drop these ineffective solutions. Instead, we need to focus on methods that foster real understanding between you and your dog. Methods that create lasting change. It's about building better communication, not relying on quick fixes. Let's dive into what actually works. Let's jump into positive reinforcement techniques. First, try the distraction method. When your dog starts barking, make a silly sound like boopy-doop. It grabs their attention, stopping the barking and giving you a chance to redirect their energy. It's an effective, fun way to break the cycle. Next up, reward quiet moments with high-value treats. No kibble here, but the real deal, like their favorite snack. When your dog stays quiet, even for a moment, reward them immediately. This teaches them that silence equals rewards and makes them more likely to stay quiet in the future. Also, ignore the barking. When your dog barks for attention and you react, whether by running to the window or yelling, you're reinforcing the behavior. Instead, stay calm and silent. It teaches them that barking won't get them what they want, but silence will. Training takes time, and patience and consistency are vital. Dogs, like people, have their own pace. You might feel like you're not making progress, but don't give up. Every dog learns differently. Think of training like teaching a teenager to do chores. Clear, consistent expectations are key. Stick with your methods and reinforce the right behaviors. It won't happen overnight, but the results will come with steady effort. Training is all about practice, and the more consistent you are, the more your dog will understand. Now, let's talk commands and exercise. The quiet command is one of the most effective tools you can use. Start by saying quiet in a calm, normal voice when your dog is already calm. When they respond, reward them immediately. With practice, they'll associate quiet with stopping barking and getting treats. Gradually, use the quiet command during barking episodes. It might take some time, but with consistent rewards, they'll learn that silence brings rewards. Don't forget the importance of exercise. A tired dog is a quiet dog. Take them for walks, play fetch, or use an automatic ball launcher to burn off excess energy. When they're worn out, they're less likely to bark out of boredom. With these techniques, you'll raise a well-behaved dog who knows that silence is golden and barking is better left in the past. Let's talk about something we don't always realize. We might be unintentionally reinforcing the barking. Think about it. When your dog barks and you react by yelling, rushing to the window, or giving them attention, you're rewarding their behavior. To them, it's like saying, "Hey, barking gets me what I want." You might think you're correcting the behavior, but actually, you're just making them think barking equals a reaction. And let's face it, that's exactly what they want. The key here is to stay calm and disengaged. When your dog barks, don't give them the attention they're looking for. Don't rush to the window or shout at them. Instead, stay composed like it's no big deal. When they realize that barking no longer brings a reaction, they'll start to understand it's not a useful behavior. It's about teaching them that barking doesn't get you excited. It just makes you unresponsive. The less you react, the less they'll bark. Here's a fun one. Celebrate the silence. No, seriously, when your dog stays quiet, even for just a moment, make a big deal about it. I'm talking jazz hands, happy dances, or using your most excited voice. It might feel a little silly, but trust me, your dog will love it. When they stop barking and you shower them with this over-the-top enthusiasm, they start to connect silence with good things. It's like their brain gets a little treat just for being calm. This exaggerated celebration is a fantastic way to create a positive association with quiet moments. Your dog learns that staying quiet makes you happy, which is far better than barking for attention. Over time, this teaches them that the quiet moments are just as rewarding as the loud ones, and they'll want to stay calm more often to get those rewards. Let's dive into a little bit of dog psychology. Not all barks are the same. Dogs have different types of barks, and each one has a different meaning. For example, your dog might bark in excitement when they see a squirrel, or they might bark to alert you of something they perceive as a threat, like the mailman. Then there's the bored bark, where your dog is just letting you know they need some entertainment. The key here is to identify the cause of the barking. Instead of just silencing your dog, figure out why they're barking in the first place. Are they bored? Anxious? Trying to protect you from an intruder? Understanding the root cause allows you to address the issue directly, rather than just stopping the behavior temporarily. For example, if they're barking at the mailman, a quick fix could be redirecting their attention to a toy or treat. If they're bored, get them more exercise or mental stimulation. By addressing the underlying reason, you can create a more peaceful environment for both you and your dog. By paying attention to what their barks are really saying, you'll be better equipped to respond in a way that solves the issue, not just masks it. And there you have it, your roadmap to a quieter, more peaceful home with your dog. It's all about understanding, patience, and using the right techniques to turn your dog's barking into positive behavior. Remember, consistency is key, and with time, you'll see real change. Just like any relationship, it's all about communication. So keep working at it, stay patient, and celebrate those quiet moments, no matter how small they are. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more dog training advice, fun tips, and tricks to help you be the best dog parent you can be. And hey, if you have any success stories or more tips to share, drop them in the comments below. We're all in this together, so let's help each other create a world where dogs can bark just the right amount. Thanks for watching, and remember, your dog isn't trying to drive you crazy. They just need to learn a new way to communicate. Stay patient, stay consistent, and most importantly, keep the fun going. See you in the next video.